I have wet hair and I look like a frilled lizard, but let's do this. Hey guys, so there's been a lot of talk recently about the American election, presidential election, whatever you call it, and I've been ranting on my Twitter like crazy. I just wanted to clear everything up because it's easier to say everything in a video than on your whole timeline, blah blah blah. So here we go. A lot of stuff has been revealed about Donald Trump. We already knew that he was racist, that he was very sexist, very homophobic. We knew that he has been charged for raping his ex-wife, and we know that he has been charged for raping a 13-year-old. Those are facts. They haven't been proven guilty, but people have sworn that in a court of law. That's fact that he has been charged with those things. And yeah, so we already, most of us, hopefully knew that he was not a good presidential candidate. Not the kind of person that any sane person would want for president. But more stuff has emerged about Donald Trump. Now, he's not someone who normally hides his prejudices. He's very open about them. And this came out, I will put the link in the description if I can actually find it, that he was on a TV show and the camera crew were recording because they were about to film him getting off the bus, and they managed to record a conversation between him and another guy where he said that he talked about assaulting women who were famous and beautiful. It was a very non-consensual situation that he was discussing, where he would just kiss them or grab them. He talked about grabbing private areas of their body and, you know, just basically like going for them because they're beautiful and he can, and because he's famous and he can. And a lot of his supporters have said, oh, but he said that they let him do it. But if you listen to what he said, it wasn't consensual. Maybe, oh, he's famous so I have to let him do it, was you know, a level of consent in a way, but it was not fully consensual, the stuff that he was discussing. And him and the TV was it the TV presenter? I'm not sure. I'll correct that if I need to. And him and the guy were sort of laughing about it and talking about how he treats women. And it was not a good way to treat any human being, but he sees women as less, so as second-class citizens, basically. He does not see us as having the same rights as men. Like I say, he's already been charged with rape and sexual assault a couple of times. I'm not sure if there are more times that I don't know about. And he speaks about women in a completely disrespectful and disgusting way. Now, considering so many of the population of America are women and young girls, this is not anyone who people should want as president. That should simplify matters. Yes, do you think that's a horrible person? We should never let him in. We should vote for Hillary. There's stuff that's going around about Hillary. This is what I wanted to talk about. Bill Clinton, who, as we know, like, had an affair and such terrible behaviour, and it was a huge scandal, we know this. He's also raped and sexually assaulted women, and Hillary has it wasn't a woman, it was women, and Hillary has numerous times tried to cover it up, silenced them, taken their rights away, and called them his little tramps and his bimbos and or trash or tramp, I can't remember which word it was. It wasn't a nice word to talk about women. She's done really bad things. She's tried to cover up rape allegations and take women's rights away, and that's disgusting. And Trump's supporters are holding that against her, as they should, in a way. Like, we should acknowledge that she's a horrible person. However, you cannot stand by Trump and what he does and then not acknowledge anything that he does, and acknowledge what she has done as something bad. Okay, so we've got to a point where, just to summarise, Hillary Clinton has covered up rape allegations and sexual assault allegations to support her husband. She has been a horrible person and obviously taken away the voices and the rights of those women, and that obviously needs to be addressed. I'm not saying that that's okay. However, Donald Trump has been accused of sexually abusing young models. He ran the modelling agency and had 12 and 13-year-old models. He and another guy had them, kept them in basements and abused them basically. He's also openly sexualised underage girls, including his daughter. He sexualised Paris Hilton when she was 12. This is all on the internet. I can probably put links in the description or put screenshots in or something because I don't want to talk without a source, blah blah blah. He has done terrible things to women. He's been accused of terrible things, and he's even admitted to the way he treats women and the way he sees women. Obviously, morally, you think, I don't want to vote for either of them, I just won't vote. Or don't want to vote for either of them, I'll vote for a third party. Morally, yes, you are right, you shouldn't have voted for either of you. Practically, that won't work. If you vote for a third party, Trump will win. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I'm sure the third party people are great. Obviously, I miss Bernie and wish he was still here, but there's no need for I wishes and if onlys. It doesn't help. It's Donald or Hillary. Mathematically, you cannot really vote for a third party. Sorry, I'm not making eye contact. I find eye contact hard sometimes. Mathematically, voting for a third party will not work. Yes, Hillary has done bad things, and yes, that needs to be addressed, and yes, I hope that she's confronted on this, and if she ever becomes president, she has to take responsibility for these things. However, if you don't vote for her, it's a vote for him. A lot of the people who are publicising what she did, which is wrong, are his supporters who are doing it to cover Donald Trump's tracks. They're exposing her for the terrible things she did, which is the right thing to do. What she did was wrong. She needs to be accountable for it. But then they're saying all this stuff he says about women is just banter. Like I said, I've seen men and women alike saying that's how famous people talk about women. That's just how it is. Get used to it. All famous men talk about groping women and assaulting them, and that's just banter. The fact it's Donald Trump doesn't make it any difference. No! Assaulting people is wrong. Whatever gender you are, however famous you are, however rich you are, it's disgusting and very traumatising for the individuals involved. And whether it's talking about the women or stuff he's done to them, he shamed a woman for having a period, and he shamed Hillary for using the toilet. Even if he's not assaulting people, the way he speaks about women, that would be enough alone without all the stuff he's done and been accused of. You can probably tell that this isn't scripted at all. I just woke up and had to do this. Hence why I look like this. Sorry that this video is a bit rambling, but I had to get my voice out on more than just Twitter. In summary, Hillary has covered up things that she should not have covered up. She has covered up allegations against her husband, and that's wrong. However, she's still the better candidate than Trump. Someone who, even if the allegations weren't true about what he did to those little girls, he's still been openly sexualising them. I would not put it past him in the slightest. The way he talks about pubescent and prepubescent girls as if they're sexual objects is disgusting. They're not even old enough to consent. The fact he would even talk about that proves that he's wrong anyway. He shouldn't even be thinking that way about them, let alone speaking it out loud. It's just allowed. In a perfect world, yes, voting for a third party would be brilliant and we'd get rid of both of them, but it's not going to work. Vote for Hillary. I can't vote for Hillary. If we at least vote for Hillary and then people hold her accountable for what she's done, hopefully that will happen down the line, and hopefully those women will get justice eventually. But they're not going to get justice under Trump. They'll have more justice under Hillary's government than under his. Yes, she silenced them, but hopefully there can still be a way for those women. No disrespect to them by saying vote for Hillary. Trump is far worse as a person, and like I said, a third party isn't going to work mathematically. Maybe in the future, those third-party candidates will rise and take over, but not right now. I'm stressed for America and I don't even live there because I can't vote or do anything other than make videos. Sorry that this was a bit unorganised, disorganised. I hope most of my videos in the future will be a bit happier than this. Vote for what's best for your country, keep your country away from violent rapists, and have a nice day. Bye!
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop.